Hello again, folks. Back out on the bike. As you can probably tell, I'm a little bit out of breath. Conveniently, I didn't catch it on film, but just stopped for some fuel and the BSA decided it didn't want to join in. So, come on, you fucker. But yeah, just in out, got my dad behind me, we're off to, sorry, yeah, we're just out, got my dad behind me and we're just heading off to take a little bit of a nose at a 2006 Scrambler, as I mentioned in a previous video. So yeah, should be an entertaining time. Never really looked or sat on one before, so interested to see whether it is going to be the bike for me. I hope so, being as I bought all them parts. But yeah, BSA's been a bit dicey this morning. I'm quite surprised really, because I mean, it started first time outside the house, absolute gem. I was very nice to it all the way down to Lichfield, and yeah, just pulled in, met my dad. We got some fuel. And she just didn't want to start. Had a bit of a missed start and a spit back through the carb, and after that it must have been 5 or 6 kicks. This don't sound too bad, but you get this kind of compression with all your gear on, your helmet on your head, keeps you warm in December, that's for sure. But yeah, it's a nice little run out. Not particularly exciting roads, but you know, we're out, we're on the bike. Something I wouldn't have done this time of year before, that's for sure. And my dad's on something particularly special. It doesn't, it's strange because it doesn't seem all that special now. I mean, we built it 2010, I want to say. Yeah, so back in 2010, CCM, they were switching over from using Suzuki's water-cooled 404, which they put in the DRZ, to a BMW engine, contracting or licensing or just whatever reason. Once they swapped over, they had some surplus stock of engines which they were selling off as crate motors. So you get the motor, the CDI unit and the intake with the flat slide carb, and the CCM units, they got a slightly tricked cylinder head and what else? Yeah, slightly hotter cam, but all in all, quite a nice little package, and it was particularly a good price. So he jumped on that, and then he went hunting for something to put it in, and I don't think he's going to come past, but yeah, so he actually put that in a Suzuki VanVan, a little 125 sand bike imitation thing. Which all in all turned out particularly well. He doesn't ride all that fast anymore. It's just something very, very light, very comfortable. It's got a it's monoshock, and it's jacked up a little bit now at the back in order to give some clearance for the oil tank that it needed under the back seat. So he's got a I think it's off the Triumph Speed Triple, the rear shock, dialed right down, so it's particularly soft, got quite a bit of sag in it, so for long distance, with the way his back and his knees and whatever else, it's extremely comfortable. It's super light, so he can move it about, and as you can imagine, a bike of that weight with I think the DRZ 400 in CCM spec kicks out at 54 to 60 horses, something like that. So fair bit of go for a very small bike, especially considering it's on the original 125 brakes. So it was either brave or stupid, or a bit of both. But yeah, I did quite a bit of work on, because obviously being water cooled, you've got radiator mounts and expansion bottle, and the new engine mounts to get that thing in there, different things. But yeah, quite a bit of work, and I've never taken the opportunity to ride it in all these 10 years. But it's testament to my dad. I mean, he bought it, it's a 2004 bike, and it was in pretty rough shape. You know, learner bike, been treated like a learner bike, left outside, but it was fully rebuilt, had a great frame, new paint job, and then cleaned throughout and whatever else. And yeah, I say he's had it for 10 years. It's been his main bike basically for 10 years. I mean, he's got a couple others that he dabbles with, but in terms of his go-to, given that it's his only form of transport, he doesn't drive a car. It's a testament to his skill of building, because it's particularly clean. It's probably not to everybody's taste, but it was done long before the Honda Grom came out, that's for sure, I think. Could stand corrected there, but I'm pretty certain this mini moto go everywhere bike type affair. But yeah, I mean, it's quite fitting. The engine doesn't look out of proportion to the bike, because obviously being a VanVan, it's got the huge sand tyres on and different things and that. But yeah, quite a cool little thing. Certainly something different. Not seen another one. Let's hope the BSA is going to behave itself now. Second gear is a bit crunchy. A lot of diesel here normally. These tyres are horrific. Absolutely awful. You'll notice there's a little bit of damp, and got some diesel on the road, and the tyre on the back of this BSA is, I think it's quite flat in the centre, so as soon as you lean over you're on a high spot. Wasn't so much of an issue in the summer, but now I'm out in the wet, certainly noticing it. It's stepped out a couple of times. I noticed there's that video where I almost dropped it, and I'm leaning more to the idea that it was just a little bit damp that day, and this back tyre's done for, so might end up treating it next year. If I do that, they'll have I'll be a set of dual purpose tyres, make it a bit more trially, given the way the primary and the gearbox are behaving. Looks like that is definitely next on the list. I've spun out on this roundabout before. completely plastered by the cars in front. Sorry if you guys can't see. Oh. Awful tyre. You understand this? Yeah, I think it's in some units down here. I'm not sure. Have you looked? Have you looked?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Okay. Oh. Oh. Alright. There we go. Not bad. Second kick. There you go, guys. That is the CCM VanVan. You finally caught eyes of it. That's a bit slippy. He seems to think he knows where it is, so. So you can't see much of it at the minute, but it's very sociable. Ah, I see it, I think. And there's the Scrambler. There you go then, folks. So next year we're out, and we haven't bought one, but that is the Scrambler, and we're definitely thinking about it. So sorry if you end up a bit wet on screen. So it seems it's 2006. It's yeah, it's 2006. It's got 34,000 miles on, so it's up there. 4 previous owners. Now watch this back tyre. Very, very nervous on this. Need to get over that. But yeah, 34,000 miles. And yeah, 4 owners. Looks in pretty reasonable condition for what it is. Some bolts, they've got a bit of plating gone, and engine's been repainted at some point. But The bits we would be worried about, it looks okay. The frame probably wants 3 powder coat in it. The age is showing on that. It's just gone a little bit satin, a bit flat. But that's all doable. Felt particularly nice when you sat on it. I didn't really have time to fire it up for us or anything, so probably find a dry day, even though this was supposed to be a dry day, to head down and a bit of a run on it. We're going to ride home now. Get soaked. There's much thinking to do now. Got to decide. Do I hold out in the hope of coming across something what would be termed better value, or do we dive in? But yeah, I want to thank you guys for joining me if you've made it this far in the video, and click like, subscribe, and yeah, other than that, see you on the next one. Take it easy.